Hey everybody, happy Friday and welcome to my channel. My name is Lynn and this is Lynn's Wonderful World of Makeup and More. Today I am going to be doing a Friday first impression where I am going to be trying out the Glamlite Paint Pro palettes and some of their lip products along with the new brush set that I got from them. If you want to see what look I can create and what I think about the products, then stay tuned.
Don't make us who we are. So I'll dream until I make it real, and all I see is...
Welcome back everyone. Like I said, hi, my name is Lynn and this is Lynn's Wonderful World of Makeup and More. If you are new here, welcome. I'm so glad you chose to click on this video. I really hope you enjoy my content and you will choose to hit the subscribe button and become part of our family. All you gotta do is click it and make it turn from red to gray and you will become part of our family. Also make sure you click on your notification bell and make sure it's turned to all. That way you get notified each and every time I upload some new content, because I do upload often and we have loads of fun over here on this channel. I do a variety of things like unboxings, tutorials, get ready with me, try-ons, first impressions, collabs, empties, hauls. I have several weekly series that I do, from my Monday morning masks to my show support Sundays with my creator of the week. So if any of that content sounds interesting to you, make sure you hit that subscribe button. For those of you that have come back, thank you. Your love and support means so much to me. You guys are so awesome and I feel so happy to have you. So, like I said, this is going to be a Friday first impression. I know I was originally going to do this in a live, but I just can't seem to get a time where everybody can be there to be a part of it. And I know there were several of you that were interested in it. So I just decided to do a regular video. But so I'm going to be using the Glamlite Paint Pro palette. This is the second version. They have the regular Glamlite paint palette that they came out with first. That one is a lot bigger than this one, and I think it comes with 2 brushes instead of 1. I think that's pretty much the only difference. But this one is smaller, which I like because it's easier to hold. But it's set up just like artist paint palette, and it has, I believe, 18 shades. We have 6 shimmers and 12 mattes. I'm not going to swatch it because I have some other things that I'm going to be trying out in the video as well. But I already set my face, as you guys can see. The only thing that I haven't done is prime my eyes, and I am going to use my Urban Decay eyeshadow primer potion in original. This is one of my favorite eye primers. The other one that I really like is the Anastasia Beverly Hills, but mine is almost empty. But luckily that was one of the choice products for the Ipsy Glam bag this month, the regular $12 bag. So I picked it. It's just going to be another one of the mini size versions, but the one I had lasted quite a long time, so that would be cool. I really want to try the P. Louise eye base, but I wanted to get it in the shade, the white shade, not the flesh tone shade, and every time I go in to get it, it's sold out. Hopefully I will be able to try it soon. The other one that I have right now is the I can't think of it, Pretty Vulgar eye primer, and I don't like that one. I find it to be a bit tacky, and I prefer to put powder over it when I use it to set my eyes, so I like to go with the Urban Decay one whenever I am trying out a new eyeshadow palette because I know that it performs well. Um, what I'm thinking about doing, I haven't really thought about the color scheme I wanted to do. I was wondering if I should do two different looks, one on each eye. But usually when I do that, I'm doing a colorful look on one eye and a neutral look on the other to show the versatility in the palette. But this is a pretty colorful palette, so I think I'm just going to go with one eye look today, especially since I'm using new brushes and some of their lip products as well. So I think what I'm going to do is I am going to take, let me see, I'm trying to find a good transition color to go in with. And I think what I'm going to do is I am going to take the orchid and use that as a transition color. You guys know how much I love my purples, and I am trying out the brushes that I got from Glamlite today as well. I got this brush in my dessert bundle that I got. This is the candy cane brush set that came in the friend mail from Saria, and then this is the brush that actually came with the palette itself. So I'm trying to find the one that I want to use for my crease, and I'm not liking any of those, so I'm going to be honest with you guys. I'm going to grab one of the brushes that came in one of my Anastasia Beverly Hills palettes. I absolutely love these brushes. They have become one of my favorites. But I am going to go in with the orchid and just place it in the crease. For those of you that haven't been following me long, I do take my color up a little higher than most people because I have hooded eyes. So if I don't bring the color up higher, then it gets lost in the crease and you can't see it. And I want to make this look kind of as pigmented and bright as possible. I'm so happy that it is become springtime and we can go back to playing with colors. As much as I love the fall and winter season, a lot of the palettes that come out during that time are pretty much neutrals or the darker, I don't know, like the burgundies and autumn colors. I used to only use neutral colors for forever. Before I started my channel, you couldn't have paid me to put a color on my eye. I was scared to death. And once I started my channel and playing with colors, I absolutely fell in love, and I almost refuse to use a neutral palette now if I can help it. And as you can see, that color showed up very, very well. So I think that's going to work really well for a transition color. And then what I am going to do is I am going to take I don't know whether to take the dark, I think I'm going to take the dark violet. I think the indigo is going to be way too deep. I'm going to try the dark violet first, and I am going to put that my outer V and possibly under my eye. I haven't decided yet if I'm going to go with it under my eye or not. If you guys are wondering what I'm doing, I have 10,000 brushes sitting in front of me, and I'm trying to find the one that I want because I've got them all laid out. I had intended originally on using those Glamlite brushes, but I don't think that they are going to necessarily. You know what? I'm going to go ahead and try the one that came in the palette itself to work on the outer corner of my eye, and it does seem to work nicely for that purpose. And they seem to be able to, it seems like they are going to blend together well. And anybody who uses purples know that some purples are very hard to work. A lot of purples are hard to work with because they come out patchy, and especially with blending. But it blended together pretty smoothly. I want to find, I'm trying to look at the palette because I know I do a lot of looks with purples lately. Like, purple has become my favorite color and I am obsessed with it. But I am trying to get myself in the habit of not automatically gravitating to the purples when I get a new eyeshadow palette. I like to be able to pull some of the other colors out and make them the center of the look. And that worked out rather nicely. I think what I may do, I'm going to wait a minute before I do my under eye because I got to figure out what I want to put in my crease. I'm trying to debate if I want to. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the, I don't know if I want the Viridian Green or the turquoise. I think I'm going to take the turquoise and I'm going to put it in the center of my eyelid, not all the way to the inner corner, just about 1/3 on the center of my eyelid, because I want to put a brighter color in the inner corner to pull it out more. So I'm thinking that the turquoise would be a better match than the Viridian Green. I don't know though, the turquoise is coming out a little light. Let me see if it is buildable. Oh yes, it is buildable, so that is okay. I love to get an eyeshadow palette that is very, very pigmented, and I did notice that the cake palette and the donut palette that I got from Glamlite are both very, very pigmented, but I was sitting and I swatched all three of the palettes at the same time onto my arm because I was trying to see how pigmented they were going to be, and I did notice that even with the swatches, the donut palette and the cake palette were very, very pigmented, whereas this palette was not anywhere near as pigmented, but it was buildable. So once I built it up, the colors were just as bright as the other two palettes. But I think that turquoise may be a little light, so I'm going to leave it alone for right now, and I'm going to take the magenta. I'm going to take the magenta, which is pretty much the hot pink right down there at the bottom, and I'm going to place that next to the turquoise, but I'm still going to leave a little bit of room right in the corner of my eye, and as you can see, the magenta is very pigmented. There were a few shades in here that were very pigmented, but for the most part I did notice that I had to build them up, whereas the cake palette and the donut palette were just super pigmented. Like I barely had to touch the color, and uh, it was almost blinding on my eye. I'm going to try to take I think I want to take the tangerine. I'm going to take the tangerine, and that is going to be the final color that I put right on the inside of my eye. And then I think I'm going to probably use, I might try the yellow for the inner corner highlighter. I'm not sure yet. Or no, I'm probably going to use the titanium white shimmer glitter, pressed glitter color, because that looks very, very stunning. If I remember correctly, though, when I swatched it, it was a little clumpy and kind of hard to smooth out. I'm not sure exactly how well it's going to work as the inner corner, but we will find out. I'm going to go back in with that orchid, just barely put a little bit on the brush and blend it back, because it kind of got lost when I put the other colors on my eyes. And I also was afraid of what was going to happen, and that is what happened. The dark violet did not really stand out from the orchid, so I am going to take the indigo and put that in the outer V, right over where I had originally put the dark violet, just to give it some depth, because it was really looking kind of monotone once I blended them together. I don't want to go too far in with the indigo. I want to keep the orchid color as the prominent color in my crease. I basically just want the indigo to be in the outer edge, just to give it the depth. So as you can see, I am going back and forth with these shades a lot more than I had to with the cake palette. Pretty much those were one swipe and go, and it is taking a little more work to get these colors to stand out the way I want them to. But I will say that even though it is taking more work, it is turning out nicely. And I definitely like this palette. There is no fallout, and the colors are blendable and buildable, so I really can't complain about it. I'm going to go over the turquoise just one more time, because when I was blending the purples, it kind of pulled the turquoise color out. And I think what I'm going to end up doing anyways is, and actually I don't think I know that that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to take I have some, the glitters here. I'm going to take the aqua and I'm going to put it over where I have the turquoise, and I'm going to take the electric pink, put it over where I have the magenta, and I have not decided. I might, I don't know if I want to try the cobalt blue or the purple over where I have the orchid and indigo at. I gotta see how I feel about it after I get the other two on. I'm going to use my finger to do this for one. I think using your finger makes the colors stand out better when you're using the shimmers and the pressed glitters. It doesn't take so much work to build them up, and also I feel like I have more control over where I'm placing it, since I have so many different colors on my eyelid. I don't want them to get mixed together. So I'm just going to do the same thing that I just did with the aqua, and I am going to take the electric pink and just tap it over top of the magenta. And I don't know if you guys can see, I already did it on this eye, and this eye I have not added it. You can see how much brighter and pigmented the colors look when you add the shimmers and the glitters over top of them. I really need to get some glitter glue. I do have some glitter glue that came in the Anastasia Beverly Hills winter glitter set that I got, but I don't really care for it too much. I want to get I either want to get the Too Faced or the NYX, the NYX glitter gels, glitter glues, because first they come off in a tube, and I think it's easier to work with than the it reminds me of a nail polish bottle, the one that came in the ABH. So I think I want to take the indigo and run that under my eye. I'm not sure if I'm going to take it all the way yet. And like I said, I do like the fact that I have not had any fallout from this palette, which a lot of people, well, some people say that fallout doesn't bother them, but those are usually the people that you see that set their face after they do their eyes. I set my face first, so if I have fallout, it tends to be a little messy and inconvenient to clean up after I've done my eye look. And I don't know what it is about this eye right here, but I have a dip, like a little pocket right in the groove right there, and it seems that I have the hardest time getting the color to go in evenly without caking it on. So I don't think I'm going to take it all the way over. I think I'm only going to take it in about 2/3 of the way. And I think I want to take the magenta and use that. Whoa, that was not the brush that I thought it was. That was almost a big mistake. I'm glad I saw that out of the corner of my eye before I did that. Okay, let's try this again. I'm going to take the magenta and just run that under the rest of my under eye and have it meet up with the indigo. I maybe should have went with the tangerine since that was the last color that I put on my eyelid, but I think the combination of the purple and pink kind of go together better than... I really have an aversion to purple and orange being used together side by side. That was my high school colors. When I graduated from high school, our high school colors were purple and orange, and I thought it was hideous. I absolutely did, especially when it came down to the guys got the purple and the girls had to wear the orange. I think it should have been the other way around. I think the guys should have been made to wear the orange color and we should have got the purple. But that was just my opinion, and apparently the powers that be did not agree with what I thought. But I think that is actually coming out rather nicely. I know it's taken a little longer than usual to do this eye look, but I did not realize I was going to have to do so much building with this palette. After having the cake and the donut palette being so pigmented, I never would have guessed that this one was going to be so light. And now I am going to do that. I am going to use the titanium white, and that is what I'm going to use in the arch in my brow bone. It is really beautiful. It is an absolutely beautiful color. It is definitely a white, but it has shifts of blue and pink in it that I can see picking up when the light hits it. But now I can see, I had watched some other people do looks with this palette, and one of my favorite people to watch is Annette from Annette's Makeup Corner. She is just, I think she's one of the most talented makeup reviewers that I've come across on YouTube. I was following her long before I ever even thought about having a channel, and she is just magnificent. Most of the time when she reviews a palette, she does 3 to 5 looks with it to give you a true reading on how well the palette performs. And that is looking really bright. So let me see what this is going to look like if I can get it to go in my inner corner. I've been having a fit since I lost my makeup bag back in December because I still have yet to find a brush that puts the that I can use for my inner corner the way that one worked. Like, that one was a perfect fit for my eye shape. And I may have to end up going in with my finger with this one. It is really, really not gripping to the brush at all. I could have sprayed my brush too. I probably should have sprayed it, and that would have got it to pick up better, but I wanted to see how well it would do with a dry brush. It's not even really trying to pick up when I use my finger. It's just basically moving around in the pan. It is very, very hard to get this to lay smoothly. I know that was one of the biggest complaints that Annette kept saying, was she was having a very hard time getting it to smooth out, because I do believe, if I'm not mistaken, in one of the looks that she did, she used this on her actual eyelid as a topper for the other shadows. It did show up fairly well. It looks a lot better in the camera. In my mirror, I can see it. It's patchy and uneven, but that is pretty much the best that I'm going to be able to get it. And since I'm already at 30 minutes, I don't want to keep struggling with it. I'm going to pause the camera right now, and I'm going to do my eyeliner and my mascara, and I'll be back to try out the lip. Okay, everybody, I'm back. What I did was I went in, and I just had all the stuff sitting here, so yes, I still have it. I went into my waterline with my ColourPop cream gel liner in the shade Catsuit. I chose to go with a blue shade in my waterline because I used the purple and the pink in my under eye, and I wanted to pull the look together since I had the blue on my lid. So I used the blue in my waterline, and then I went in with my mascara. I used my Holy Grail, my Pat McGrath Labs Fetish Eyes. It is my absolute favorite mascara of all time. For my highlighter, I went ahead, and since I was doing the Glamlite products, I went ahead and used the Glamlite Sugar Rush highlighter. I absolutely love this highlighter. It is amazing. As you guys can see, I went a little ham with it, but there's never too much highlighter as far as I am concerned. And for my blush, I went in with one of my all-time favorites, my Pretty Vulgar in the shade Prim Vixen. I'm going to do my lips. Now, generally, if I was going out and I was going to wear this look, I would probably put on a bold lipstick. I would either go with one of my purples or my pinks. But just because I want to try out the Glamlite lip products that I have, since I have not tried them before, I am going to take the shade Pecan and use that on my lips. because even though it is a neutral, as you can see, it has a pinky tone to it. Not a bright pink, but I think it's pink enough that it can work with the eye look. And I'm going to use the Sweet Fudge lip gloss that came in the chocolate lip set that Saria sent in the friend mail as well. I want to let this dry down for a minute before I put it on there. I just want to add this as a little extra touch because it does have the glitter in it. And at least I think that's the one that has, yeah, that's the one that has the glitter in it. Yes. I just want to add a little bit. I want to see if it adds anything to the pecan shade. Is the glitter going to show up? Honestly, I don't see where it made that much of a difference, other than I feel like it pulled the pink tone out of the color itself. But like I said, I just wanted to try it out for this video. If I was actually going out, I would have used one of my bolder pinks or one of my purple lipsticks, and probably my wet cherry lip gloss in I think it's Extra Poppin' from Lime Crime. That has become like my all-time favorite lip gloss of all times. Not only is it beautiful, it smells like cherries every time I put it on my lips. So this is the completed look that I came up with. I'm sorry that this video was a little longer. Like I said, I had never used this palette before. I didn't know that I was going to have to work so hard to get the colors to build up. Even though it did take a little bit of extra time, they were very buildable. They blended together well, and I think the look came out really nice. So, is it the best Glamlite palette I've ever used? No. I mean, I only have 3 or 4 of them. Of course, the cake palette is obviously my favorite one of all. But is it a nice palette? Yes, it is. And I think that anybody that likes to play with colors would really enjoy this. Drop down in the comments below. Let me know what you think about the look I came up with. Let me know, have any of you guys tried this palette? If you haven't and you were thinking about getting it, did my review help you go one way or the other? Or did it help you decide to get it? Did it help you decide that you're not really something you want to invest in right now? Have you guys tried any of the other products that I used from Glamlite on my face? I think the brushes turned out rather well. I only actually used the brush that came in the set with the palette. I was originally going to use this one for my blush, but then I decided it was too big for the way. I don't like my blush to be like really stand out as bold. I think this would suit me better for a powder brush. But actually, yes, and I did use one of the candy cane brushes. So the brushes that I used are nice as well. Like I said, if you are new here, please hit that subscribe button. If you stayed with me this long, thank you, especially since this is one of the longest videos I've ever done. Like I said, I apologize. I didn't know it was going to take so much time. If you guys could go over and rate my video, if you like when I do first impressions, if you like when I do tutorials, if you like when I try out new products, can you give me a thumbs up? If you don't like this kind of video, you can give me a thumbs down. It's cool. I value everybody's opinion, and it lets me know what you guys want to see. I don't want to put up content that you don't like. If you're one of the people that are coming here just to hit the thumbs down because you're being ignorant, please stay off my channel. I've tried very hard to ignore you guys gracefully, but you are really starting to rock my last nerve to be 100 with all of you. Thank you guys for staying with me. I hope you will continue to watch and check out my videos that I have coming up soon. I have a lot of new things coming. If you guys were in my live the other day, then you know all about it. That's all I have for you guys. So until next time, stay beautiful, stay blessed. If nobody else told you, I'm going to tell you, you are loved and you are special. I wanted to say hi to Zoe, Haley, and Ariel. I hope you all have a very, very good day and a wonderful weekend. I love you guys so, so much. Until next time, love and hugs, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.